Greetings, Cosmos, and welcome back to Luigi's Fight for the Mushroom Kingdom. Today I'm going to Burglar John. Okay. So, I talk a lot about game balance and RPGs and such, and recently trading card games, and I cannot escape. I like the aesthetic of this cave. Like, it feels very... Oh no. Hey there, pal, remember me? Burglar John from 1-1? Yes? No? God, if only there was some code for something that was... code or something that was implemented so we'd know. Anyways, I kept my promise when I said I'd be back. Now it's time for you to pay. Oh no! That got huge. Looking good now. And you know, spikes on my head so it makes me look tough. Now, commencing ambush. Ah! Oh no. I didn't realize that that was a squid monster. Good aim, me. Now I have to fight the rest of this boss legit. So anyway, yeah, game balance. Like, lots of games, like, single-player games are usually balanced in favor of the player. Like, looking at RPGs, because I enjoy talking about this. Ha! Take that, green fish. Oh no. Oh no! Make me actually deal with this thing without abusing the heck out of the AI. Ah, okay, stop. I'll let you be. Just stop lowering the water. Just mark my words. This is not over. Anyway, yeah. RPGs. Definitely balanced in the player's favor. I just look at random encounters where they're like in a lot of RPGs that I played, random encounters are basically nothing. World 2! I hope Burglar John doesn't follow me into the desert. John will have a bad time. A super long level. Uh-oh. Anyway, what was I saying? Like, even boss encounters in most RPGs, like most boss encounters anyway. Oh no, I can't move. Oh. Thank goodness. I thought that I couldn't move and the level was going to kill me. Alright, what was I saying? Alright. Even most boss battles in most RPGs are balanced in the player's favor. RPGs can, like, single player games can still break though. Oh no, I'm stuck down below. I do admire these weird decorations within the walls. But anyway, yeah, a game, even a single player game can be broken when one item, weapon, strategy just annihilates what difficulty was intended. Huh. Good job, me. Oh! I wasn't meant to bounce from one of these to the next in order to ascend. I was meant to climb a vine. Oh no. I can no longer descend any further. Anyway, what was I saying? Alright, game balance. Anyway, something. What it means for a thing to be broken in a single player game, I think varies from game to game, depending on what the intended, like what form the intended challenges take. Because things that let you circumvent those challenges are the issue at it. Well, not always, because things can break in a lot of ways, balance-wise. Sniffets. On the one hand I want to go down there, because it looks like there's nifty secrets. On the other hand, there's stuff over here too. Alright, you know what? This path looks like it has secrets. I shall take the path of secrets. Okay, that works. Oh, I must blow this up using... Wait, no! I missed my chance. Anyway, something. Talking about RPGs, but a different subject for a moment, I want to talk about the press turn system from Shin Megami Tensei and the related stripped down one more system from Persona games. I like the concept. The actual execution, though, could use some work. Ow. Mostly because it tends to... Oh no, I didn't get a power up before hitting this block. Oh well. Good job, me! Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, right, execution of the press turn system. Like, a lot of bosses tend to lack weaknesses in Shin Megami Tensei games. And then, you get to Persona games where knocking all your enemies down lets you do an all-out attack. So not only do bosses lack weaknesses, you can't even score a critical hit on them to get extra turns. Maybe I should explain what the heck I'm even talking about before I, talk about it. So, in Shin Megami Tensei games, starting with Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne, I believe. Hey, no, what are you doing? Oh, is that going to be the villain for this one? Anyway, you have an action system where you can take an extra action when you hit an enemy's weakness. Oh no. No wonder this level is so long. Anyway, in the press turn system, for example, you get a number of icons equal to the number of party members you have, which is usually the main character plus up to 3 minions. And if you hit an enemy's weakness or score a critical hit with an attack, or when you just do something, you lose one of those icons. So under most circumstances, this just reduces to a turn-based combat system where you have 4 actions, but each side, or where you have a number of actions equal to the number of characters you have, but each side unusually, each side takes all their turns at once. Like, you plus your minions take all your turns, and then the other team the other team takes all their turns at once, and it alternates like that. Which means that, okay. Where do I want to go? Anyway. So yeah, if you just do a thing and it is normally successful. If you hit an enemy's elemental weakness or score a critical hit, or if an enemy hits your weakness or scores a critical hit, one of the icons, instead of disappearing, starts glowing, granting an extra action because it didn't disappear, but you cannot make it super glow. Like, once an icon glows, it disappears on the next thing that would cause an icon to disappear. Now, what's interesting is that if you do 2 things in a row that would cause an icon to glow, you cause the next icon in line to glow. But the turn order proceeds as normal, you just get more action. So if you make all of your icons glow, then come on, Ray. I might want that, whatever's up there. And if you make all your icons glow, then your entire team will get 2 actions each, right? Now, if you hit an enemy with an attack that they're immune to, or if you do an attack that misses, you lose 2 icons instead of just the 1 for doing a normal thing. So this makes high risk attacks that have a decent chance of missing even higher risk. Like, you'll get some attacks that have a heightened chance of missing, but also a heightened chance of scoring a critical hit. If you hit an enemy with an attack that they absorb or reflect, you lose all of your icons, and your turn ends immediately, and it transitions to the enemy team's turn. That's how the press turn system works. In Persona games, they use the stripped down one more system, and the way that works is the character, whenever a character inflicts a critical hit or hits a weakness, that particular character gets an extra action, and the target gets knocked down. So you can take a maximum number of extra actions equal to the number of enemy characters, right? Ooh, nice. If all enemies are knocked down and you have more than one character on your team, you get to do something called an all-out attack, which does... oh no! Which does a reasonably large amount of damage to all enemies, although some enemies are more resistant to all-out attacks. So, boss fights, most bosses, like especially late game bosses, have no elemental weaknesses in Mega 10 games in general and Persona games in particular. Span periphery. Okay, that sounds interesting. So, yeah, with bosses, this fun and interesting system reduces down to a standard RPG system, battle system. Wait, that's a background music, isn't it? It's not? Interesting. I like this place. It's kind of weird. Whoa! I was not ready for that jagged looking piece to fall. Anyway. So, yeah. I think part of the problem with bosses in these games is just the design of bosses in general, where you're fighting a singular powerful enemy. And so, if you're suddenly able to take twice as many turns and do extra damage with every turn because you're hitting weaknesses, bosses are going to die really quick unless you have to do that to beat the boss, in which case the boss is going to have a ton of health. And the same thing applies in Persona, except when you knock the boss down by hitting a weakness or scoring a critical hit, you're getting an all-out attack, which replaces the final extra turn. Like, you don't have to take the all-out attack, you can just take another extra turn. And there are reasons to do this. Ah! Oh, that's the secret exit. Nice. But, yeah, a lot of late game bosses reduce the complexity and depth of the game because they are just immune to the game's core combat system. But your characters can still have weaknesses that bosses can still hit, even if the bosses have no weaknesses. So, come on, brain. So it becomes an extra thing that bosses can do to you that you can't do anything about to the bosses. It's kind of a frustrating design to me. Actually, a lot of people have expressed frustration with that. Well, a lot of people. I've read opinions from at least 2 people. There we go. who have expressed frustration with that. One of whom said that he didn't like playing Mega 10 games because of that, because of the way that a lot of mid to late game bosses just ignore the game's central, or don't allow you to use the game's central gimmick against them. Ow. I think part of the issue is bosses being single powerful enemies, and oh hey, I think this is meant to be a tutorial to get you to think about this. You see a thing explode and then you see cracks. Huh. I missed how I was supposed to get up there. Oh well. Oh, I can climb that. Ah! Take that. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, right. Like, I think part of the problem, and that's probably how I'm seeing in a lot of RPGs, is that bosses are single powerful entities rather than a group of slightly less powerful but still powerful entities. Oh, nice. Like, in a Persona game, imagine if a boss, instead of one hit and the boss is knocked down and you get an all-out attack, imagine if a boss had I don't know, 4 characters, just like your team, and each one had a different weakness. Like, sure, they could visually indicate this weakness as much as they want, but odds are good that you will personally be unable to hit every weakness, and so you'll have to at least give other characters turns before using an all-out attack. Although starting in Persona 5, they introduced a baton pass mechanic where once you score a knockdown, you can switch to any character who also has baton pass and power up their attacks. So, let's have a look at Toad House. And I guess that's it for today. In the mainline Shin Megami Tensei games. Huh, this is weird. In the mainline Shin Megami Tensei games, I should do something with this dead cow. It's been here for weeks now. Oh, hello there, Luigi. Great to see you here. My buddy actually wants to talk to you. Come inside. I need a star to enter, Toad. What is this? Anyway, in the mainline Shin Megami Tensei games, you can at least score critical hits on bosses, which you cannot guarantee, but still get you extra actions. I don't know. Anyway, join me next time when I keep in mind a Toad House for when I have a star and start traveling here. See you then.